blog post is out. We have Scarlet Witch Rework, which is very disappointing. And then we have Agatha, which is a lazy kit, in my opinion, where it's just a counter to Eternals. It's almost like they built the Eternals too strong and they didn't know how to beat them without making this team super overpowered. They've screwed up their power creep. And I'm going to read, this comment here on Reddit sums it up exactly. I don't know which is worse, the Scarlet Witch Rework or the fact that you power creep your game so hard. You have to create these extremely lazy kits to counter overpowered characters you made, specifically referring to Eternals. And we're going to go through this, and they might as well just said, get wrecked Eternals right in Agatha's kit. It is what it is. Flexing their mystic prowess along with Morgan Le Fay, Doctor Strange, Heartless, and Wong are the battlefield warping witches Agatha Harkness and Scarlet Witch. To prepare for their role on the Darkhold team, Scarlet Witch will be receiving increases in their base stats as well as moderate updates to her abilities. But first, let's meet the Darkhold figure you're most likely to turn you into a newt. We're not going to read the history on that. We're going to go right to what she's going to do in the game. Agatha is a support for the Darkhold team, and her stats feature high focus and resistance to reinforce her abilities. She fortifies her teammates with deflects, barriers, and heals, but Agatha can also reliably stop enemies in their tracks with stuns from her special ability, Binding Enchantment. Well, no. Agatha can also reliably stop the Eternals because her kit calls out pretty much the Eternals exactly and just stuns the Eternals. You'll see what I mean. Binding Enchantment and her ultimate ability, RuneScape. And also take note that her stuns inflicted by her ultimate ability specifically targets Cersei and Icarus. Hero Mystic Controller. I think there's only like 3 in the game when Hero Mystic Blaster. It's basically direct callouts just to Cersei and Icarus, which can come in handy in Arena. No kidding. In fact, her kit features a lot of anti-mystic bonuses, so keep that in mind if you're looking for mix and match characters in your Arena teams. Get wrecked. I mean, I was just talking about this. It's like, I wonder if they actually debated nerfing the Eternals because they built them so strong, right? And then they start thinking about refunds, and they can't nerf characters because people ask for refunds. So they just built this kit to absolutely destroy the Eternals so you can't refund your money, basically, is my take on this. Let's read her passive. And we're going to go back up. On spawn, gain 2 death proof. At the end of any turn, if this character has taunt, gain stealth. That's a call out to Cersei right there. So if Cersei can put taunt on Agatha, it just is going to get flipped and goes to stealth. So that's a call out to Cersei right there. I mean, I guess this could be useful in other situations like War Machine or something like that, but not really. Gain 50% focus, and Darkhold allies gain the same focus. Gain drain, and Darkhold allies get the drain. Then I like this. This is kind of a fun thing right here. When this character or any Darkhold ally drops below 30% max health for the first time, do the following. Clear Disrupted. Flip 2 negative effects and positive effects on this character. Apply defense up and stealth to that character. Barrier that character for 30% of this character's max health. Now, the game has always been capped at 30% of the character's max health is the max amount of barrier. But Morgan Le Fay is the exception. She can actually extend it up to 60%. So this entire team is going to have more effective barrier than any other team. And barrier is going to be much more impactful on this team. Now here is, this is actually quite good. And actually this is pretty exciting. But it is also a direct call out to Eternals. When any enemy drops below 30% max health for the first time, do the following. So think about Black Bolt and how his passive triggers. Attack that character for 100% piercing. Flip 3 positive effects into negative effects on that character. Apply Disruptor to that character. And then give Deflect to all the Darkhold allies. So this will be impactful against non-Eternals, but it'll be directly impactful to Eternals. I think this is... I really like these type of abilities right here. So I think this is very good. Feels very much like a souped up Black Bolt burp, if you ask me. Now, let's go to her ultimate RuneScape. Energy cost 10-10. So this is kind of making it known that this is going to be an arena team or a war team. But This is not going to be good in like Dark Dimension or raids. I mean, there's a way that she can get energy back, but it's very situational. Attack all enemies for 100% piercing, bonus attack 2 times, so it's going to triple tap. Apply a heal block for 2 turns and offense down for 2 turns. And then this just seems lazy if you ask me. Apply stun to Hero Mystic Blaster, Icarus, enemy with the highest damage, and apply stun to the Hero Mystic Controller, Cersei, with the highest damage. So it's not going to apply stun to anybody but those two. I mean, there's not a lot of those characters in the game. You can look at it in game if you want. You can actually sort. But just for what we're talking about in an arena, this is going to be direct call out to Cersei and Icarus. Heal self and all allies for 35% of this character's max health. Bury yourself and all Darkhold allies by 30% of this character's max health. Again, it can go up to 60% with Morgan Le Fay. And this is kind of interesting. Gain 2 ability energy for each mystic enemy up to a maximum of 6 ability energy. So there's the arena right now is currently mostly mystic. I mean, Adam Warlock, Doom, I believe Dormammu, and Cersei and Icarus. So the arena right now is pretty much ran by mystic. And so this will make it not as painful. But what if the next team that can beat this team is all tech or something like that? Then this is not going to be that great. It's going to be pop off once, and that's that. This attack gains extra focus for each mystic enemy. Great. Binding enchantment. I like this right here. Energy cost 4/4. Attack primary target for 250% damage and apply slow. If the primary target has slow, bonus attack for more damage and apply stun. If the primary target has stun, bonus attack for 180% damage and prolong the duration of all negative effects, excluding ability block and stun by 1. And the question came up about trauma, but trauma, I believe, is hard-coded so that it can't be extended, is my understanding of trauma. So it doesn't state that right there for trauma, but I believe that also applies to trauma. Her basic attack, pretty complicated, and I'm not sure how much of this is going to apply to her, what they call safety, which is her assist and her counterattack. Attack primary target for 250% piercing. If the primary target is mystic, deal 5% of the target's max health. Again, that's kind of anti-Cersei, anti-Icarus, anti-Silver Surfer, anti-Doom, whatever you want to do, anti-Adam Warlock, whatever. Apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 3 to self and all Darkhold allies. Very powerful. Call 1 random adjacent Darkhold ally to attack the primary target. Called ally attacks for 50% damage. Now in Arena, it's quite a bit better. Call 2 random adjacent Darkhold allies. Attack the primary target instead. So team placement is going to be very important. I haven't taken time to figure out which one of these has amazing, what they call safety attack, which is their counterattack, their assist attack. Which ones have the best ones? That information is not actually available until the game goes live and we can get the information on msf.gg. Sometimes the basic attack is very different than the counterattack and the assist. And so team placement will matter, but I can't even speculate because we don't have that information. So I like the kit. I think it's fun. I just feel that the specific call outs to Cersei and Icarus are a little bit over the top. Now let's get to Scarlet Witch, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little bit underwhelming. She does get base stat increases, health 50%, damage 19%. Armor stat has been increased to give her moderate armor value. She was actually one of the few characters in the game that had 0 armor. It was her, Kingpin, and Swarm had no armor, so she's going to get armor. And armor basically is offset by piercing on the damage side. So it's a complicated formula that nobody understands apparently. Focus 11% and speed 5%. Her basic attack is kind of cool. Basically, it still does the same thing, but it does more attack primary target and apply 1 to 2 random negative effects. Then if this character is not at full energy, and I guess that means if she can't do her special, she can't do her ultimate, this attack does 50% more damage and it applies offense down, defense down, and slow for 2 turns instead. So I haven't seen this mechanic in the game before, but I'm just going to make an assumption that counts for the special and the ultimate. Basically, she can't do that. Now, her her special, which was kind of uneventful before because it didn't do any damage, redistribute all your total health evenly. It's instead of doing that now, she's going to heal herself up to 100% of this character's max health, and then she's going to redistribute the total squad health evenly. Then apply deflect to all allies and apply defense up to all allies. Now, I kind of take issue. I always took issue with abilities like this in the game that don't do damage. Even though this is relatively powerful, I feel like this would be a lot better if it had like another line that said gain 50% turn meter. So it's not like a complete wasted turn. I just feel like if you're gonna not do damage, it better do something pretty powerful. And it's okay. It's just not that special, really. Her ultimate. All right, we know what her ultimate did before. Basically, now it kind of got rid of the supernatural part to the kit. Attack all enemies for 150% piercing. Prolong the duration of all negative effects by 1 on each target. Apply defense down to all enemies. This attack is unavoidable. And Scarlet Witch is supposed to be like super powerful, right? In the MCU, one of the more powerful characters. Not in this game. I mean, I guess we have precedence for that. I mean, look at Iron Man, and she just seems so lackluster if we compare Scarlet Witch's kit compared to even Agatha's or Morgan's or any of that. I guess we kind of knew it wasn't gonna be better than Morgan's, but if we compare, I mean, this is nothing really. It's not much of a rework at all. All right. New unique gear piece. And this is a little bit controversial. And this is basically just going to be a tax on Morgan Le Fay. We're going to read it and then we're going to talk about it. It's been a while since a new in-game gear piece was introduced when Mysterio joined the Sinister Six ranks, and a new unique gear piece is on the way. Tempered osmium. I don't know how to say it. Will be found in Morgan Le Fay's gear tree and will be used for various subsequent characters. Now, to take a character from gear tier 1 up to gear tier 15 requires 61 of these pieces. And so this is effectively going to be a tax on Krakens for Morgan Le Fay. If you want to get her to gear tier 15 right away, you're going to have to go and buy those hidden offers, which now have been changed. I believe they are $15 US for 20. So you're going to have to buy that pack 3 times. This is basically just effectively a $45 tax for this character, or a $45 upcharge, gratuity, whatever you want to call it, $45 upcharge just to this character right here. And this also means that like free-to-play players are just going to have to wait months to upgrade her up to gear tier 15 if you're not willing to spend the money. They may have offers, of course. We'll have to see. You'll be able to find it in the same locations as other unique gear pieces, raid supplies, war supplies, purple gear, raid orbs, and we'll feature it as a reward in upcoming anniversary celebration. More information in a very specific event blog soon, because we're coming up on the 4-year anniversary. So maybe this won't be the worst. I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess that they're gonna make it pretty scarce. And for people that want to be like absolutely first in getting her upgraded, Morgan Le Fay up to gear tier whatever, they're just gonna have to spend $45 just because. And that's the way this game is kind of always run. I don't think it's very player friendly at all. Mojo Season Mayhem Season 17. Basically, it's going to have the new Storm costume. And then they're going to change the raid season updates. This was in a data mine. Basically, right now, they're going to Silver Surfer used to be there. They're going to add Ghost Spider, and they're going to update the amounts of teal gear, Armory 14s and Armory 15s in the milestones, and they're going to extend the back end of it to make it a little bit harder to get. So that is fine. We knew about this already in the data mines. Red Star availability. Echo will be going to the Elite Store. And then I also wanted there's a bunch of weekly events and things that are kind of uneventful. Not uneventful, but a lot of them are just kind of routine things. But I'm glad that they put them here in the text. We've got the Adam Warlock event, and then also right here, Energy Overload, which will go in place on Sunday. So this is kind of important right now for the Fangs Out event. The Fangs Out event is running, and if you're blitzing a lot, the event should be pretty easy to finish, but you have to blitz a lot But it's going to be important to, like, for me, on Saturday night when my game resets, to not refresh, wait until Sunday at server reset. And then the reason why this is important is the Fangs Out event, which is the first 4 days of the Morbius event, is heavily weighted for the last 2 milestones. And the scoring on this is based off of campaign energy and raids. And so this is going to happen on Sunday, and that'll make that event a little bit easier. All right, that about wraps it up for the blog post. I'm still pretty excited about this team, Morgan Le Fay and Darkhold, but frankly, Scarlet Witch is underwhelming, and Agatha just has too many call-outs specifically to mess her up, Cersei and Icarus. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Oh, did I do it wrong? All right.